What's up everybody, see you again on the Fake MMA News. Again, we will inform you the latest news from the MMF special UFC. And just listen.
Jack Della Maddalena plans to seek advice from Alexander Volkanovski ahead of potential clash with Islam Makhachev. UFC champion Jack Della Maddalena may turn to Alexander Volkanovski for advice ahead of a potential showdown with Islam Makhachev. At UFC 315, Jack Della Maddalena shocked many by defeating Belal Muhammad. With that victory, he became the new UFC welterweight champion, making Australia home to 2 UFC title holders. The other, of course, is Alexander Volkanovski, who reclaimed his featherweight title earlier this year in a fight against Diego Lopes. Now, Della Maddalena faces the toughest test of his career, a likely clash with lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. Islam has already expressed his desire to move up to 170 pounds and is expected to receive an immediate title shot. In a recent interview, Della Maddalena was asked whether he would seek input from Volkanovski, who has faced Makhachev twice. "Yeah, 100%. I definitely will," Della Maddalena told the West Sport. "After those last 2 fights, I actually spent some time in Wollongong. So yeah, that might be the first place I go. Head to Wollongong, talk to Volk, and see what he thinks." "I think Islam is a better version of Belal," Della Maddalena said. "His striking on the feet, I think, is easier to deal with than Belal's because he fights out of one stance. His style is more traditional. But yeah, he's the pound-for-pound #1 fighter, so it's going to be a tough fight. But I think we'll rewatch all his fights, come up with a solid game plan, and then start working on it. From now on, I'll be focusing on figuring out how to beat him, how to get back to my feet, defend his takedowns, but I'm pretty confident I can win." Additional analysis. Della Maddalena's plan to consult Volkanovski is a smart move, considering Volk's first-hand experience against Islam Makhachev in their 2 previous encounters. Although Volkanovski lost both bouts, he managed to expose some vulnerabilities in Makhachev's game, especially in their closely contested rematch. This insight could be key for Della Maddalena in crafting a strategy to counter Makhachev's signature Dagestani wrestling and positional control. That said, the stylistic differences between Volkanovski and Della Maddalena must also be considered. Della Maddalena is primarily a striker with sharp knockout power, whereas Volkanovski is a more well-rounded and dynamic fighter. While Makhachev's striking is viewed as more traditional compared to Belal Muhammad's, his biggest threat remains his elite-level grappling. This fight will be a major test of Della Maddalena's ability to stay on his feet and keep the fight in his preferred striking range. If he can withstand Makhachev's wrestling pressure, Australia could very well witness the rise of a dominant new welterweight champion.
Freaking baby.